I want to talk about the Mentoring by the Masters project, an initiative which was developed in 2012 in recognition of the 50th independence anniversary of Trinidad and Tobago. Now, the program allows participants to be taught and trained by senior accomplished artists and cultural workers over a 3-month period. I can tell you what I've read about it, but we want to get the professionals themselves to come in and explain exactly what the Mentoring by Masters project is doing, what it has done, and where we expect to go. And with us this morning, we have Ms. Nadia Shah from the Culture Division of the Ministry of Community Development, Culture and the Arts. She is the Culture Support Specialist. And we have Mr. Felix Edinburgh. He is a 2018 mentor. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Morning.
So tell us about the initiative the ministry is having for this year.
Okay, so every year, the Mentoring by the Masters program, we choose 5 mentors who carry out a series of workshops in order to pass their knowledge on. So the program is really twofold in what it aims to do. One, it's about honoring the mentors for the work that they've done in the field, in the cultural sector, and then it's also about passing their knowledge on and transferring those skills to new and upcoming artists and cultural workers as well.
And Mr. Felix Edinburgh is a 2018 mentor. What are you going to be doing, sir?
I'll be mentoring on the Piero Grenade. As you know, that's a kind of a character, and I've been doing that for many years. And people have always been asking me, are you training anyone? Are you going to leave a legacy? So I'm seeing this as a very great opportunity, although that I've trained some people already, but far too few. So I'm hoping that we get quite a number of people, who would be interested in passing on this work of the Piero Grenade.
Yeah. And I like the fact that you started with legacy and leaving a legacy behind, because you always hear people complaining that, Carnival, what it was, is not what it is, and it may get worse moving forward. And you start by talking about legacy. How much of a legacy do we still have?
Well, this is one of the things we are fighting for, that we have a legacy. But, and I noticed, I don't know if you noticed that recently in Carnival, there are 1 or 2 bands that are trying to come back to how the costumes were originally. So, but we have the traditional Carnival characters that we have them every day, but you see them more just before Carnival than on the Carnival days. And so that we are trying to build this up so that people will, you see that, for example, the Piero Grenade, many people didn't even know that character. That's why I'm hoping that through programs like this, the country will be more appreciative of what we have done before in Carnival, of the traditional Carnival characters.
Yeah. You mentioned, Ms. Shah, 5 fields.
Yes.
What are the 5 fields?
So each year it changes depending on the mentors that are chosen for that year. So we have Mr. Edinburgh doing the Piero Grenade in and out of Carnival. We have Wendell Manwaran, Let's Make a Show. So his focus is on theatre, really. We have Dr. Suzanne Burke, who's doing the Enterprise of the Arts. So that's business for creatives. We have N2 Pearl Springer, who's also focusing on storytelling. So it's the art and practice of the story. And we have, that's the 4. No, that's 4.
Yeah, and well, you probably get the other one when you record.
And mailing, actually, for fashion. Yeah, she's doing discovering the fashion industry. So it's not so much a focus on learning fashion, but learning about the industry on a more holistic scale.
Yeah. What does it turn out like over the years? This is the 6th year.
Yes.
For the Mentoring by the Masters project. How has it turned out? Been people coming out?
Yes, so we're actually always oversubscribed for this program. The mentors, they have to end up choosing participants based on criteria. So we do put out criteria for each course, so you do have to meet, certain requirements to be able to be eligible for the course. But it's all free. So it is pretty competitive because, like I said, every year it's oversubscribed, and we do like to keep the classes pretty small to get that one-on-one interaction and to really be able to benefit from the classes. So on average, about 20 students per class.
In 5 classes, so you expect to get about 100 children?
Yes.
100, not children actually.
Not children.
It can be anybody, any age.
It goes from children to seniors. We've had a range of persons. It also really depends on the course and what the mentor wants to do. So for instance, Mr. Edinburgh is actually doing his course a little bit differently this year, where he will be involving some schools as well as his adult classes.
Since we're on that, tell us about what you plan to do.
Yeah, well, I plan to do a whole comprehensive course on the Pierre Grenade, you know, starting with the history, because I think one of the things about traditional carnival is that each character has a reason for being on the street, a real history. And we have noticed that many characters nowadays, they just put on a costume and don't know what they're doing, what they're portraying. So we'll start with the history and see and understand, let people understand why this character is in carnival. And I will teach them the rudiments and how to do a whole Pierre Grenade, because it's not a very easy character as many others. It's a little more difficult. I think that is why it hasn't been as popular as I think it should have been. But so I'll be hoping that by the end of the course, they will be confident enough to make their own speeches and be a total performer.
Yeah, so you're looking forward to this. I want to see a new challenge.
It's going to be a new challenge. And I'm taking, my age range is from about 10 years in the primary school right out to 1995. Anybody wants But no, but I work a lot with children.
Yeah.
So I'll be going to certain schools to teach children, and then I'll be doing it in the evening time. I'll be doing it with adults.
Yeah. So, and that is just one aspect of
That's
it. We
just
have
one
so many. We have 5 to choose from,
Yes.
including this. Is a 3-month period for the courses to take place.
Yeah, well, the classes run on average 3 to 3.5 months, and that includes the workshops as well as the showcases that take place at the end, because we do like the participants to be able to show what they've learned and what they've done, and they're usually really enthusiastic about doing that as well.
So, for 2018, when is it starting?
The call for applications is out now until the 20th of April. So we've already started getting applications because that went live on Monday. And the classes are carded to begin at the end of May, start of June.
And how do people apply?
So there are several options. Well, it's all online. We're paperless, saving trees. So you could go to www.cdca.gov.tt, and under our services, you'll see Mentoring by the Masters. When you click on that, you'll see the flyer advertising the program, and you click on that and you get access to the application form. You can also check Culture Division's Facebook, which is Culture Division TT, and the information is there as well as culture.gov.tt. So you have a lot of options to access the online form.
And it's free.
And it's free, yes.
So we have this initiative going on 6 years.
Yes.
When it started, do you think it would have reached to this point?
I wasn't there at the beginning of it, but I'm sure that this was the intention for it to really grow. And I think every year it's just been getting more and more traction. It's been getting a lot more popular. Every year, as soon as the program is finished, we have people calling. So when is the new when is the new rounds opening? Or are you all doing this more than once per year? Which we would love to do, but the time constraints and budgetary constraints,
That has always been a
Yeah.
concern. At the end of it, the children and the adults, whoever take part in the program, they get to show off their talent.
Yes.
Do they get a certificate as well?
Yes, they do. So they're allowed to showcase their work to the public. So actually, at that time, we do advertise the showcases so that the public can come and view what's been done. And the participants are all given certificates of participation or completion, depending on, where they will, how they progress through the course.
Yeah. So it's a lot for people to look forward to.
Definitely.
And where do you see this program going in the future?
I would love to see the program grow. I just think because we have so many skilled artisans and cultural workers who need to pass their knowledge on. And I say need to because in the past, unfortunately, we have had mentors who have passed away. And these are persons who were part of the program, so they had the opportunity to pass their knowledge on before, luckily before that happened. But in many cases, that doesn't happen. And we're losing people and we're losing their skills and their knowledge. And that's really unfortunate. So it would be great if the program could grow so that we could actually accommodate more mentors every year, which means we'll also be able to accommodate more participants.
Yes, and I don't know why I keep saying children. When I think about mentoring,
Mentoring, yeah.
you think about that's a bad stereotype, though.
Yeah, no, it's a
Yeah.
lot of adults, a lot of adults.
Yeah, I was looking at a video online this morning on the Ministry of Community Development website, and they were actually showing. I know at one point they had a media course and some others, and they were showing that it not just children, there were people 50s and 60s actually taking part in it, and that
Yes.
must be, enlightening.
Yeah, very, very much so, because almost every year there are people who come to me and ask me, when are you having a course? So I'm hoping that they take advantage of this opportunity, because it's a character that attracts you, but you have to know how to do it. But as with everything else, I'm trying to bring them to perfection.
But I need to find out, where are these courses going to take place, though? Where is the location, the central location for people?
So there isn't one central location. Again, with the mentors changing every year, everything about the program changes in terms of the workshops, the locations, dates, and times. So if you go onto the application form, it's not just a form, it's actually guidelines, which give all the information about the courses, what they're about, where they will take place, the days, the times, and the criteria for each. So I would recommend that people read the guidelines carefully before they apply.
Yeah, you just go skim through, because sometimes you would be looking at those websites,
Yeah,
and the
you just-
guidelines, and you just click OK and you just move forward.
Yeah,
But this is
no.
very important.
It's very
actually.
important also because we ask for a statement of interest as to why are you actually interested in doing this program. And that is a big part of how participants will be chosen, because we really want people who will stick it through, who will do the full program, because it's 80 hours we're asking you to commit over this period of time. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it is intense, because you do have things to do as well when you leave the workshop, to really, if you really want to immerse yourself in it and gain that knowledge. So we want people who are really committed to learning and really committed to doing something with that knowledge after.
All right, well, thank you very much for coming on, Ms. Nadia Shah, who is the Culture Support Specialist, Culture Division, Ministry of Community Development, Culture and the Arts, and mentor for 2018, Mr. Felix Edinburgh, for telling us about what we can expect from the Mentoring by the Masters project for 2018. And if you want more information, you can check out cdca.gov.tt or check out the Ministry of Community Development, Culture and the Arts' Facebook page. This is Good Morning Trinidad and Tobago.